Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to continue doing Algebra 1 Regent for January 2018. We are now in part 2. So, first equation, on the set of axes below, graph the function f(x) equal to absolute value of x minus 3 plus 2. So, the first step, I have to determine where is the vertex for the absolute value equation. So, the vertex is going to be positive 2 and positive 3. So what does it mean? I have a symmetry around positive 3. I have a symmetry around positive 3. Now I'm going to do the table. Here is x, here is y. So I'm going to write 3 in the middle, and I'm going to decrease by 1, 2, 1, and I'm going to add by 1, so 4 and 5. And I'm going to try to find the y value. So when x is 1, so 1 minus 3 is negative 2, absolute value is 2, plus 2 is 4. When it's 2, so 2 minus 3 is negative 1, absolute value is 1, plus 2 is 3. When it was 3, 3 minus 3 is 0, absolute value is 0, and after that plus 2, so it's 2. Now when it's 4, 4 minus 1 is 4 minus 3 is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, and 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. Now I get the coordinate. So I'm going here. So when it was 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4. When it was 1, it was 4. When it was 2, it was 3. When it was 3, it was 2. When it was 4, it was 3. And when it was 5, it was 4. It should give me a V shape. A V shape. Question number 26. Determine all the zeros of the equation mx equal to x squared minus 4 plus 3. So in that case, I'm going to use the AC method. I'm going to use the AC method. So I'm multiplying the A value by the C value. So 1 times 3 giving me 3. Now I'm looking for the factor for 3 is 1 and 3. And when you're adding them up, because it was positive 3, it's going up by 4. So now I know that I have 3 and 1, and the sign of the middle is negative, so both of them are negative, x. And now if x minus 1 equal to 0, so x equal to 1. If x minus 3 equal to 0, so x equal to 3. Question number 27. The distance traveled is equal to the rate of speed multiplying by the time of the travel. So d equal to the rate of speed, so speed multiplying by the time. If the distance is measured in feet and the time measured in minute, what's the rate of speed? He's asking you about this. So I'm going to write the formula in another way. I'm dividing both of them by t, so giving me s equal to d over t. Now the distance is in feet and the time in minutes, so the unit is feet per minute. Feet per minute. Okay, that's for question number 27. Question number 28. Determine if the point 0 and 4 is a part of the solution, the system of inequality or not. Now I'm going to try to figure out first the scale. So here is 10. So 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it goes by 2. So here is 2, 4, 6, 8. The same. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Now he said the points 0 and 4. So here is the point. Now I'm going to assign the point. Here is the point. Is it a part of the solution? No, because it's not a part for the dotted line. It's not a part for the dotted line. it's a part for the solution for the solid line, but it isn't part for the solution for the dotted line. Question number 29. If the zeros of the quadratic function are -3 and 5, what is the equation of the axis of symmetry? So the axis of symmetry, he asking us about the vertex in another way. So we know the vertex, if this is the two zeros, it should be in the midpoint. So -3 plus 5 divided by 2 giving me 1. So this one equal to -b over 2a. That's the equation for the axis of symmetry. So x equal to 1, that's the axis of symmetry, because when you graph the quadratic equation, here is the axis of symmetry, and it should be, as I said before, in the midway. And in that case, it's x equal to a certain value. Question number 30. The gravitational, okay, the formula Fg equal to Gm1 m2 divided by r squared calculated to the gravitational force between two objects, where G is the gravitational constant, m1 is the mass for the one object, m2 or the mass for the other object, and r is the distance between them. Solve for the positive value for r. So the first step, I multiply both sides by r squared. So I said got Fg times r squared equal to Gm1 m2. Now I divide both sides by Fg. So I got r squared equal to Gm1 m2 divided by Fg. Take the square root. So I'm in that case, since he gets the positive value, I'm not going to write plus or minus. I'm going to write only the positive. So r equal to square root for Gm1 m2 divided by Fg. Question number 31. At Mountain Lakes High School, the mathematics and physics score of 9 students were compared as shown in the table below. This is a correlation coefficient to the nearest 100. So in that case, you have to go to your calculators, where I did it. Give me a second. I have to find the calculator. Here. What is the x values? 55, 93, 59, 60, 90, 45, 64, 76, 89. What was the y values? 66, 89, 94, 62, 84, 66, 66, 73, 90, 92. And I'm going to say calculate the R. So the R value is 0.9215. So 0.9215. But he said to the nearest 100, so it's 0.92. Okay. Explain the correlation coefficient means with regarding to the context. So 0.92 is strong positive correlation. So if the student score good in math, he's going to score good in physics. If the student is going to score in math, good in math, is going to score good in physics. That what does it mean? Positive, strong correlation. Now, question number 32. The graphing function, he giving us this graphing function, and he asked you, could the factors of fx equal to x plus 2 and x minus 3? So in that case, I have to find first the zeros from the graph. Here x equal to -2, so when I go back, x plus 2. Here it's x equal to 3, so x minus 3. So at the end, the equation should be x plus 2 times x minus 3. Now, uh, are factors? Yes, because I get them from the graph. Should you understood? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.